Light up, don't fight up. About to light up, don't bite us. Change my outfit. Shit. Taylor got the outfit.
Say, don't get dressed.
Yeah, look, you got dressed. I'm chilling. I gotta go back and finish building the game.
Peace, Vigo.
I usually don't smoke in the crib like this. Not on the couch.
Oh, you want Vigo?
But yeah, I'm alright up. I can move to the side. No, that's why I'm on this side, so I can move over. You know what I mean?
No, I can see you right here.
Oh, alright.
I'm gonna have to turn mine off.
Why is it rotating like that?
I don't know.
That's fire though. Why is it doing that?
But I'm gonna have
Why
to
is it doing that? Oh, it's trying to get me. That's fire. That is fire. Who got that shit? I want to
What
get
I'm gonna do,
shit.
I'm gonna just kind of like hold it.
Yeah.
Because if it's on you, it's gonna pick up extra.
Yeah. You can always hold it. I mean, have it look.
That's
That's
okay.
fire though. Did they ever do that before?
I've seen it do that, like when I was lying and messing around with it, I was like, why is it like
Auto adjusting like that. That's crazy. That's fire. That new technology shit, totally different. Her shit was just adjusted to the environment. Like, that was fire. I never seen that. You know, I'm in technology. I never seen that shit.
yeah, I seen it.
That is fire. I ain't got one of them shit. She got the fire shit.
Yeah, just to myself.
That is crazy. That shit was like expanding, adjusting, trying to get back.
So this one right here, I can kind of like just
Yeah.
hold it. You know what I mean? I can keep it.
Why it does that though? That's fire. That's like transfer.
I'll hold it too.
That's fire. I don't know how it does that. It gotta be in the settings. Auto adjust or something like that. It's different though. Peace and blessings, man. We in here, man. Now y'all doing the thing. Doing these cameras and shit like that, you know.
We gotta get used to it though.
With my blunt, you know what I mean? I gotta be able to, you know what I mean?
I'm just sharing it on Facebook. Like if you had your other phone, then you can go on there and share it. Like I don't know if your other phone is connected to like your Facebook.
I gotta put this hair up.
Okay, you put it on. Peace, we just waiting, not too much. I mean, you guys can always, we're not gonna wait too much for people to come into the room. We're not gonna take too much of your time today. Spirit, but we are streaming from a couple platforms right now. Where's that Cash App?
One more thing.
No, I'm looking right
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah, that's just my thing. Up here, right here, the comments.
Yeah, it keeps moving. That's weird.
That is crazy.
It keeps rotating. See it?
Why do that? They're trying to pick up everything. I don't know. It's weird, but it's fire, but it's weird. The camera's crazy on that motherfucker. The camera is
It never did that
crazy.
before.
The camera, what is that, 4K?
Mm-hmm.
It gotta be 4K. Yeah, it gotta be
Hold it
4K.
down. When I look down at it, I gotta zoom in and out.
That shit is fire though. I like
So
that.
That's another thing to talk about too while we do this quick upload is this with technology, because it doesn't matter if you're living in the US or in another country. If you're not willing to take the time to learn or even have a little bit of knowledge of the being online or technology, the girls are telling me I hear them talking.
Having the faith. Quiet.
You know, you're always going to be falling short a little bit because, you know, when the little situation happened, I can't say it, but when everybody was locked down, A lot of people tended to their computers and their phones and everything like that. So to talk about that today a little bit, to touch on using the resources around you. You know, a lot of people, and then I'm gonna let you take it, they come here. We were talking about this morning, so we just wanted to kind of build off of it a little bit. They leave the country and they leave it for so many different reasons. One main one you see a lot of with people uploading stuff is the cheap apartments, the cheap dinners or resorts that you can go to, and all that stuff is fine. Like it's fine and it's enjoyable. But at the end of the day, we came here to actually not just learn the culture and build and kind of learn the people and everything, but to really have some land and to be able to be self-sufficient, as well as learning the different foods that are grown here and be able to support ourselves in a way that you don't have to rely on a grocery store every 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't like that. Trying to say I invite people. How do you do that shit? I don't think I can do it on this one. I gotta do it when there's other people.
I mean, you can just I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, I don't be knowing about
do that beforehand, or the way to do it. Where are you from?
Yeah,
We're from New York, but we're in Mexico right now. Peace to everybody on the Beagle family, because we're streaming on Beagle right now, and also the YouTube. Next time we come up here, we're gonna be on Instagram also. But yeah, we came here to actually get land and be able to learn and teach our children how to grow, how to survive, and be self-sufficient. And I don't see a lot of people coming here doing that. I see a lot of people enjoying the fruits that Mexico has to offer. And I mean fruits like just the cheaper luxury lifestyle that you can have, and nannies and all those great things. And it's good. It's, you know, I don't knock nobody for what they're coming here to do. And then I see people that are just making profit or income off of the people that come here on their spiritual journey, or people that are lost or hurt.
There.
Peace, Brandy. So our thing is, like I said, we came for different reasons, and you guys, if you're following our journey, you will see more, you know, of what we plan on doing and everything like that. We just want to bring some awareness, because we don't see a lot of people, especially our color. That's very key.
I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna let her talk right now, but I'm gonna let her get it. I'm gonna get into this.
I watched a lot of stuff, right? And I seen where this guy was in the United States. He had all his money and cars and everything. He did an ayahuasca ceremony, and he left and came to Costa Rica and put his money and finances into a resort and all these beautiful things. But I don't see a lot of people of color doing it. We'll come here and say, "Oh, check this out! I got a condo for $500, or I got a nanny for this amount," and it's cool. But how are these things going to really resonate and build wealth? Because we're so focused on generational curse and breaking generational curses that we're not talking about generational wealth. You know, we're so quick to say, "Oh, I can heal you, I can do this and that," but we're not teaching people how to be self-sufficient so they can heal themselves. So we're looking for solutions and resources so that we can teach that to our children and not have to rely on, you know, even going to a farmer's market. I can go outside and be able to grow. And you're going to see it with us. That's why I'm encouraging you guys to follow us now, and just catch the journey while it's in its early stages, even though we've been here for several months. Because I think it's going to be a nice journey. And on top of it, you know, a lot of people that do come here are older and retired, and you cannot take care of property if you don't have the physical strength to do so. So that's another thing. But there's so many young people, beautiful Black people that are coming here, and they're not coming together, nor are they trying to get property or even rent land to be able to grow food. And it's very sad. It's very discouraging. It's very disappointing. But I mean, listen, somebody has to step up. When there's no leaders around, you have to become one. So we're going to lead by example and show you more of our transition with that. Peace to the Beagle world. Make sure you guys are following us, because we have Beagle streaming right now.
I'm different than her. She talks a little bit like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I got this dress on, so when you wear this type of tribal dress, you gotta, you know what I mean? But I'll flip it up. But
Tell you
Our
something.
enemies is different.
Man, let me tell you something.
No, you gotta get funky with it, because
Black people be saying they want to try, they want to come together, but I don't see nobody. I see everybody waiting for other people to be the leader so they can be the follower. I don't see nobody trying to be the leader. I just see everybody trying to be the follower. So that's really throwing me off. It's like, hold on, I don't always want to be the leader. Sometimes I want to follow somebody. I don't always want to be there. But I see more people trying to practice followership than actually trying to practice leadership. So as a tribe, as Black people, we're getting all this money. We're buying all the nice cars. You got a crib. You're using your assets just to show your ego. A lot of people's getting money just to show their ego. You're not trying to show how you really want to live. You're just showing me how they trained you to live. So it's like, yo, all this stuff, the fruit of your labor, the fruits of your labor, based on how much you labor and based on how much fruit you, man, you can have it good if you put the effort into it. But a lot of people don't want to put the effort into it. They rather go to Walmart, they rather go to this. So they're taking our survival skills away from us and only letting us survive off them. And that's the worst part about it. Because now that I need to know how to survive, because I need to know how to teach my kids and even with myself. It's not that I can't do it. It's just I wish more Black people was doing it too, because there's so much benefits that come with it. You see what I'm saying? We're not even trying to come together. We're trying to separate. Literally, like we literally separate. I don't see no place, no other platforms say, oh, white women ain't shit. White men ain't shit. I don't see no platforms. Indian men is horrible. Indian women needs to be more submissive. I don't see no other platforms where each race, even though I have a problem with their situation, they don't advertise it in a hateful way, because that leads diversity. It leads separation. It leads hate. But if you understand it and then try to work on it as a positive or as coming together, you're not going to understand how I can set some type of revelation or some revolution or some evolution to the problem. But I don't see that. I see people rather have the system take care of them than actually learn how to not live off the system. It just you got all the, imagine having a money tree outside and you still go to work. Imagine outside right now, but you got to climb for it. You got to climb to get that money off the tree. People would rather go to work than actually climb that tree. You see what I'm saying? So when I see them, like, yo, what the hell is going on? I'm seeing all these white people. I'm not gonna lie, hundreds of white people trying to live naturally. And we come from natural shit, and we're in America. We're natural. We're the original people. Nothing you do is original. How are you original people when you mock everything? That makes no sense. I cannot say this is original piece of paper when it was copied from something. So how is it original when it's a copy? But you're screaming, I'm the original Black man, when you're not even originally know how to take care of yourself without the system taking care of you. So what are you original at? Your thoughts ain't original. Your religion ain't original. Your fucking everything about you is copied. So what is original about you? What's original, man? That's what I'm saying. This is so fucked up. Everybody's saying they're original. I'm the original Black man. Man, that's bullshit. Because I don't see you living you're not living that original life. You're living the system life. If you was original, I can see it. It'd be real. It'd be something that I can't find nowhere else. That's original. Something I can't find. It's original. It's rare. You're not rare because you're not original. You're everything you says come from a Bible, come from Google. These niggas right now is Google therapists. Everybody's a Google scientist. Everybody's a Google mathematician. Never finished high school, never went to college, but can repeat a motherfucker like crazy. You should have been a damn, what's the people that be in the courtroom that be typing? How good you repeat shit. You should have been one of them to type this. But that's what I'm saying. I don't understand it. You never, it's just confusing. Who are you? Who literally are you? I see who you are, but I don't feel who you are. I see you, but I don't feel you, man. I see you, and I ain't gotta touch you to feel you. I can just feel you from your energy, and I don't even feel a lot of people, man. It's bullshit. Everybody's brainwashed. That's why it takes so long for us to do what we gotta do, because it's like, you know, people say us against the world. It's really feel like that. Us against the world. I swear to God, because nobody's original.
And the sad thing about it is we thought once we got to Mexico that the other Black people that are here would be not like us, but just on that same type of time and energy, but it's not. I've seen more chaos and drama the 7 months we've been here than I did see back home. And when you go on Facebook and you look up groups. Most of these groups on Facebook are relating to what I can sell you, where the spot is to go tonight, and just like some drama. I see no groups up there talking about natural resources, coming together, not even having land to live on, but having land to where we can have resources to grow food and to teach our children that. So when I see that, I get disgusted because I didn't come down here for no drama. I didn't come down here to be in competition with nobody. I'm only in competition with myself. That's it. I don't care what nobody do. I've seen grown women like in competition with each other in Mexico. Well, who can do this? And I'm doing that. And I got to retreat. Who cares? I don't understand. Why would you bring that here? But then turn around and try to preach about leave the U.S. and come here. Why are you trying to be a false prophet and sell people false information when you're not even leaving the U.S. because you're still stuck up here, U.S.? Because if you wasn't, you would be forgiving. You would be loving. You would be having information that's really going to help us grow and bond. That's what we're going to do. So this is the thing right now. When you're broke and when you're sick, that's who you see who's really in your corner. Right. Because when I'm up and when I got money to throw and I'm tossing it and I'm helping, it's like, oh, but as soon as something hit, so I'm glad that things are going the way they're going. But if you follow the channel, I'm not just speaking this, you will actually see what we're doing. For people that have followed us from when we was back in the States, you have seen our transition. We didn't just talk about it. We talked about it and showed it. And if you go back into my videos, you see when we sold the house, you see us cleaning out the house, in the hotel room, everything. So we will be looking at property. We will be having property where we can learn. And listen, I don't know everything about growing and animals and having, I don't know about that, but I guarantee I'm gonna have a farm. And you're gonna see me out there with the chickens and some whatever I wanna have on it. And we're just learning the ins and outs so we can give it. And that's why we're gonna be having our Patreon page, because that's gonna be where you can be up close and personal with us when it comes to certain information that we don't want to speak about on YouTube, but at the same time sharing information, because we're all about sharing. We're not greedy, we're not stingy. And that's another thing I noticed with the people out here, is that they're very little stingy, a little selfish. Like, it's like, if I know something, I'm gonna keep it for me, because I need to survive out here, because there ain't no system that you can run to. There's no food stamps, there's no Section 8, there's no whatever. So they try to grab up everything instead of, if we was collectively working together, it would be beautiful. But I'm gonna have to dig deep for that, because I can see people are really not on that type of time. But I'm gonna be out there. I mean, I'm gonna be out there in them trenches, like really having what I said I wanted to come here for, along with whatever else that we wanna, because I've learned not to speak too much about everything, but giving you enough. But that's why, like I said, the Patreon page will be more up close and personal. Even with my husband, the knowledge he has with his technology, from music to editing to building games to building whatever you need, you have to have that technology. And you can't have property with people that aren't physically strong enough to go out there and take care of it, because it's a lot that comes with property. So I see why people aren't going in that direction, because a lot of us are lazy. And we just want to enjoy the $20 massages for an hour and the luxury that you have. But, I mean, you couldn't do it in the U.S. So when you come here and do it, that doesn't impress me, because you couldn't do it in the U.S.
Yo, we was doing, if y'all know us, yo, we was doing that shit back home, yo.
Yeah, and it was very
Yo, bro,
expensive.
listen, let me tell you some shit. Going to those massage places with robes on, you can't have your wallet on. Everything is on a card, so your card better have enough money to enjoy yourself. Because you don't even know how much things are. You just know you ordered food, you ordered drinks.
Keep a tab.
Keep a tab. So if you got $200 on your card, you think you about to have a good time, it's a dub. If you got $400 on your card, you think about it's a dub. You see what I'm saying? So just coming over here spending money, I don't think that was my purpose. I was spending money back home. That wasn't my purpose. I could have stayed home and spent money. My purpose of coming here was to learn how to live original. That was my purpose. How to live original around original people. That's all it was. I didn't know what to expect. Only thing, this is what I can tell you about moving here. Real shit. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. So watching a lot of YouTube videos, I've seen a lot of black women with kids. Most of them didn't have no men. So I was like, okay, must be safe enough for my family if women with just their kids and move here, because you know black women is big on safety because they come from the hood. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, if it's safe enough just them, you know what I mean? Boom. As I come here, I'm learning the trials and tribulations of just being independent here, carrying 5-gallon waters, having to take your own trash out, having to do all these things independently, different than back home. So I'm looking at, well, if you don't have a black man and you don't know probably the culture, who is there to help you do these things that a man would usually do, right? So I'm just curious. And there's a lot of black and groups that's out here. So you know me, I'm curious. Why do so many black women with their kids move here? Just a question. I didn't say it no different way. I said I just want to learn. I'm curious. The black women tore me up. They tore me up. You know what I'm telling you? Go back to the States. They told me I shouldn't be here because I'm married.
Yeah.
What the fuck? These are black women, the same ones with the dresses on and shit like that. So before then, I go out. I said, you know what? They had a party. I said, this when I first got here too. I'm fresh, but I wanted to meet the ones I'm watching. You see what I'm saying? So I go to the party, gay dude. This is the host, the gay dude and some black chick with this big fake afro. And she wasn't even on that. I'm trying to speak. They ain't even on that. So now I'm like, oh shit. I'm mad because I just left the plantation to come to freedom. My mind. Guess what I see here? More slaves. It ain't as much, but they still here. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck you doing here? I'm mad. Now that I see the other black people that's here, there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying they're bad people or nothing. It's just the mentality has not changed. It's like they took the system with them. They didn't try to break themselves from the system. It's like they're trying to bring the system to a place that has no system. So it's like, okay, Mexico don't have food stamps, I'll bring it to you. Oh, Mexico don't have that, I'm gonna bring that to you. It's like, why are you bringing the system to a place that is not? So you're bringing your hustling skills from the States here. And understand how you gotta survive, but you gotta know who to do that to. You don't do it to everybody. Everybody ain't worth you doing that to. I ain't gonna front. If I see some people out there that got a couple of dollars, I'm gonna try to sell my little product. I'm gonna try to get some bread. I'm gonna try to do my little thing. But to everybody is not to be, you see what I'm saying? I ain't come out here for that. Don't get me wrong, I do need money, but I'm not gonna make my funds that way. Because I didn't make my funds that way back home. I didn't. So I'm not gonna come here and change. But then I start watching people that how they are here, it makes me second guess how you was back home. Because how I was back home, I'm totally different. I'm nicer. I'm cooler. I'm a lot more humble. I'm not outside as much. See what I'm saying? Change. If I see this, is this the change you giving me? I can just imagine how you was back home. If this is your change, it ain't like you changed for the best. You changed for more selfishness, more ego, more pride. That's not change. You just got a mentality to know how to program your thoughts to do what you want and how to express it to make somebody else feel comfortable with it. But that's not change. You did a 360. You went all the way around, and guess what you did? Came back. I try to do a 120. I go this way, but I never come back to it. I do a 120. You did a 360. You went all the way around and ended up in the same fucking place you started. That's a 360. That's why people say, I did a whole 360. And guess where you end up at? The same place you started? That's what a 360 is. A circle. 360 degree. Boom, all the way around, back to the original point. 120 is a half of a circle.
You know what's so scary?
140.
Is that I see people out here and I'll say, listen, I wouldn't go over there because it's not safe. And people will go over there knowing it's not safe just because they have nowhere else to go, or they're trying to find a come up or a way to get money or get it in somebody's pocket. And it's just weird because it goes to show, first of all, how desperate we are, but secondly, I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed because I thought by us coming here, and this is not our country, I'm not Mexican, that the people of color that we would just be more on a loving type of helpful, let's help the kids, who's homeschooling, I want to go out tonight, who can watch the kids? And I'm not saying you don't charge for your services, because it's always the exchange of energy, but it's not like that. And maybe, you know, I'm not saying everyone here, but majority of people is still, like I said, you brought the U.S. with you. We've been the same from the time we left till we came here. You can Google our first and last name and see who we are. You'll see good and bad. There's people walking around right now, you don't even know their first or last name, but they want to sell you a service and sell you something. I don't even know who you are. Who are you? Because you're not even sharing your first and last name. And this is the thing about when you leave the U.S. and you go to another country. A lot of times people are starting over and they're retired, they're on their spiritual, but some people is running from shit. Some people don't want you to know their first and last name. Some people don't want you to get their information because they trying to start over, but they starting over on some like, I need to run from the U.S. and I'm over here, and you can recreate whatever. I can print out shit right now and show certifications on my wall for therapists, herbalists, masseuse, all that. And my name is John Mary. And this is Frank Lucas. And you won't know shit. That's scary to me. So I want people to understand when you come to these countries, and it's not just Mexico, it's anywhere, you're going to be a little like, oh, because it's new and you might not know the language and you're just like trying to adjust, but you got to be aware of who you are letting in your circle, who you letting in your house. Because I think a lot. Like, I didn't come here, I'm not that distracted to where I'm like, and the people that I did encounter, good or bad, I appreciate every last one of those situations because everything is a learning experience. But it was always little, I won't say red flags, but it's just I think a lot. And a lot of people's walking around and you don't even know their real name. I don't even know who you are.
I'm cool though. I'm cool with that. I ain't gotta force you to tell me.
No, I'm not forcing you.
I just look at it.
But I'm just saying you have to be mindful because I see people getting into certain situations, whether they're white, black, or whatever, but it's because you're not using that common sense and just being mindful of people around you. Yeah. You know, of course, you left the U.S., but you're still in a place that you have to get to know how things move. And just because you see another foreigner, you feel, oh, safety. No. No, our neighbors here, we know for a fact, we might not understand each other, but I know they're going to watch out and make sure everything is okay.
They know we're here.
Yeah, it's energy.
They know
it's a family here.
They know we're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
They
we
know
don't
that.
have no trouble. We outside. People, they go off energy here. They real big off energy. So I know for a fact that my neighbors that don't speak to me because we can't understand each other, it might just be I know that they're going to look out. But you'll feel more comfortable because you got a foreigner living across your street. And you're like, and they're not. And that's what's sad. Peace Rose Gold, Rose Gold.
Yo, Peace Rose Gold.
The tacos.
You gotta.
I mean, they're okay. You know.
This is the thing.
I'm still adjusting.
You're at the original place.
I'm still adjusting.
Of everything. So tacos taste different than American tacos because you're in the their tacos taste like real tacos. Like
it's different.
It's not like at home. It has a lot of like stuff to make it look good, like sour cream, lettuce, tomatoes, all this crazy shit. Here is not like that. You can just get cilantro, the meat, some lemon squeezed on it, on a corn tortilla. Not no flour tortilla like back home. Everything is flour tortillas back home. Here it's corn tortillas. Totally different texture, totally different taste. Right? So you got corn tortilla and you got your meat. You don't have no rice on there. They don't do no rice. They do no beans. They don't do none of that shit. They put the meat. They put a little bit of cilantro. Might put a little bit of onions. Might put a little bit of this. Squeeze of lemon, and that's your taco. That's just $1, $1.10. No bullshit. No more than $2. $2 they overcharge you. 40 pesos for a taco, they're overcharging you. $2 for a taco, at least it'd be like 20 pesos. If it's 40 pesos, that shit real good. You see what I'm saying? But the food here is different because you get it straight from the source. Your great grandma's sweet potatoes It's gonna taste different than pot pies with potatoes. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it. Like, so living here, you get everything from the source. Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. All that, like I said, Slim Jims, beef jerky, all that crazy shit. I'm gonna tell you something. Man, that's a dub. All that shit I'm gonna tell you something. When you go to the market, it ain't nothing but fruit, vegetables, and meat. That's it. And some clothes, nigga. That's it. All that other shit that's like food wise. And know what's funny? Their candy,
Yeah, it keeps doing that for some reason.
their candy totally different. Their candy. Now, but this is why the title's saying use your resources. Me and the wife, I'm a real nigga. We at the end of the month, we're gonna go to Costa Rica. Right? We're gonna go to Costa Rica, and we seeing how different it is when you travel to those places further down based on jungle look, like the Amazon look. Mexico do give you that, but it's so much building, it's so many foreigners, and the price value changes.
More food there.
It's changing. So for us, we experienced it. Feel like that it's an experience. The next thing that we're trying to do is and in a month we want to Costa Rica. We already get on tip. We're gonna try Costa Rica. What we want to do is we want to just say fuck it. We're going next place we go, we can get some land, like some farmland or something like that, and we just gonna eat off the land. Any money that we have, we just not gonna use it unless it's buying stuff for the land. Like, okay, if I gotta buy wood, the wood is for the fence. If I gotta buy a goat, that's for this. If I gotta buy chickens, that's for my eggs, like that. That's starting your own resources, using our resources. In America, we do have resources, but sometimes the climate throws it off.
Yeah.
Do your daughters like it up there? Hell yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. Your kids sometimes, it's all depends how they are. Some kids are selfish, so if it doesn't make them happy, then it doesn't make them happy. My kids, by me being in their life so long, I think they get happy of us being happy. Like, if we put them in an environment and it's nice and they still it's regular. Like, them getting what they want, them letting them do what they want, all that shit never changed. So they don't really care about where we go because they still gonna be spoiled regardless where they go. So they don't care where we move because they know they still gonna be spoiled. You see what I'm saying?
But I did just
Go ahead,
just 1 second, Rose Gold. I did ask them on several occasions. I was like, do you guys like it here?
You got
And they both said, yeah. And I'm like, why? Because I'm trying to just, go back and forth. They still kids. I'm like, you don't go out as much because they don't have friends like they did back home. Like, their neighbors come over, and so I'm just naming stuff, and they're like, yeah, but their intuition, their energy is positive here. Like, they just like it, and they'll say like the weather and just like the little bit of nature that you see when we're outside. So they told me, they said, I want to go back and visit Nana and visit, but they don't want to necessarily go back and live there. And it's weird because they don't have like the comfortability of, like their friend next door and they're outside playing and all that going across the street. It's a little different, you know what I mean? It's just a little different. We're still trying to adapt, and
they like it though.
We don't understand the language, so we're in a neighborhood where there's not a lot of foreigners at all. You might go to Walmart and see a few, but right here, it's not. So since there's a language barrier, obviously it just makes the relationship, but they like it. They like it.
My daughter Heaven, she's a nature person.
Mm-hmm.
So be a nature person, what can I say? My daughter is more excited to go to Costa Rica.
Oh, I showed them that? Oh my God.
Sloths,
monkeys,
iguanas, Chinese iguanas, Chinese water dragons.
Yeah,
they like iguanas.
Where's that?
Butterflies, moths, all these things. So when they see that, they're like, oh, we want to go there. We want to see the sloths. They want to see this. I'm going to tell you what's amazing to say, okay, I'll take you there. That's what's amazing. That's amazing. If I'd have brought that to my mom and say, Mom, look at that. I wish I could go there and see that. She going to say, shit. Well, when you get out my house, you can go whatever you want. When you're in my house, it's different. My kids got a different experience. Something they'll take with their whole life. So when my kids say, oh, wow, we want to see elephants, you know what I do? We're going to go check it out, see what I can do. We're gonna go online and look, see what we can find something. Now, they ain't gonna be the African elephant, but we're the elephants. And we might have to travel 2 or 3 hours to go see them, but I'm gonna try to make it happen. Thank God we're blessed to even do that. Because it's no, and this is why I say use your resources. Because a lot of y'all have more money than I do and don't even use them right. You got money, I guarantee you, I'll tell you, there's some of y'all that ain't got $5,000 in your bank account, but y'all look like y'all got 20. Y'all look like y'all got 20,000. Some of y'all even got 10, 15,000 in your bank account, but you look like you got 100. It's cool. Can't everybody know what you got going on? But if you got 15,000, 10,000, 20,000 in your bank account, and you don't spend none of that money on making your kids see something different, because it's gonna make you see something different too. You might know what, I don't go crazy. I mean, go to Africa with a plane ticket for fucking 8,000 a ticket. No, we ain't got no money like that yet. It's cheap on a boat, you know what I mean? We take a fucking boat. I'll be scared it might be a slave ship. I ain't fucking around. You know what I mean? It might be the last boat ride you get on that boat.
We didn't come here, and I understand we have to make money, and you don't understand when you are the chosen. Sometimes people don't like you because you are. It's like a parent having children. Peace, Mark Woke. I was just looking at the video you and Knowledge did earlier with the song.
Yeah, the song that he held the camera for.
We were just talking about you earlier. Damn, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
About when you're the chosen.
Oh yeah, sometimes you are a little spoiled, or I mean, I don't know how else to say it. So there's been things that I'm like, I don't know how that came through. I don't know how. So what I try to do, by me knowing that, I never chose God. I didn't choose to have these gifts. I didn't choose to be chosen. It chose me. So what I do is make sure I'm able to give back by doing what we do and helping and just sharing our experience and our information to help encourage other people. But I did check out other ways to travel. That's why I said the Patreon page is going to show more detail and information and more up close and personal. How have y'all been maintaining up there as far as money? You got a hustle going on. You still making money in America? Definitely. It's a little bit of both. You know, when you come here, Mexico don't have all these rules where it's like if you want to open a business, you have to have all this paperwork and all this. So if I open up my doors right now and I was like cooking food or whatever, so there's ways to make money here, there's ways to hustle here. At the same time, we still are United States citizen. So I still have clients back home that come to me for my, the services that I offer with my spiritual guidance. It's ways to do both. I don't want to go too deep into it, but it's ways to do both because it's like one leg is over here and one is over here. You know, I can travel the rest of my life, but I'm still a United States citizen. I still have access to different things that's back home that are legal things back home. You know what I mean? Where you're getting paid back home, like I said, cash
income tax.
If he right now made a website for somebody, they'll just pay him through his PayPal. You know what I mean? So there's ways to hustle. Now to be here on ground with your feet, yeah, there's ways to do it. There's ways to do it. We're still learning stuff.
Yo, Rose Gold, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I'll be real. You got 50,000, you could chill. You can chill for a little bit. You ain't gotta be like motivated to like find a job.
Yeah.
If you got 50,000, you got 10,000.
Yeah, you can still relax.
You can relax for a year.
Yeah.
On my soul. Find out what you want to do. Open up, and you could be doing all this living off that 10,000 on my soul. No bullshit. On my bullshit. Especially if you by yourself, you can get an apartment for $250. 150, nigga. I know some niggas right now paying $250 a month, and it's 3 of them going half on it. What? Are you serious? Yo, if you by yourself, food, my nigga, eggs is $1.25 for 12. Milk is $1 or some change. Gas is $1 or some change. You understand? So when I say you can survive, you can survive. But if you got like, I'm gonna get a condo and I'm gonna get a yacht and I'm gonna do a shit, that 10,000 will go fast because everything is cheap. You don't see it until it start adding up. That's how we start fucking up. Them Ubers add up. Them Ubers, it's cheap where you at. For us right now, for a half an hour ride, $16, $12. That comes with all 4 people, all bags included, everything. For you, it might be $50.
Yeah.
For a half an hour ride in an Uber, that shit might cost you double. Might cost you $100. For me, that shit only cost me 60. That's the most I'm gonna pay. That's the most. That's the top. That's when it's a busy day. But regular price is $8, $4. Imagine $8 a day though. $8, $4, $3, $8, $4, $3. Eating out every day. So we was chilling. You don't spend no more than $50. That's 1,000 pesos. So you're like, damn, you see shit that's 100 pesos. That's $5. That's a good meal. We're getting meals that's $5 that feed 4 families. We're buying 3 of them because they're only $5. What? This is only 100 pesos? Let's get that. Let's get that. By the time the food come out, this shit this big. If we would have been smart, we'd have only spent $5 for the whole meal. But guess what we spent? 20. We learn. Because we're looking at price based on quality. They don't do that here. If it's $5, it's $5. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's 100 pesos. That's $100 in their money. That's a nice meal. But I'm seeing $5, nigga. That's a beef patty. Where I'm from, $5 get you a beef patty with cheese. $3 is one with no cheese. Here, that's money. So I'm looking at what I'm gonna get for $5. Now I gotta get 3 of those. Nah, bro. Your bill might say $15, but nigga, that's 1,500 pesos. That's $1,500 for a meal. You know how I know what's crazy? You know how you know can tell a person got money based on how they eat. That's how you know they got money. You go to Progreso, you go to the beach, you see the people walking, and then you see the people at the nice restaurants, the nice ones. They got money. Cause if you got money, only people that got money gonna eat at nice spots. You don't eat at nice spots just to eat there.
Yeah, we ate at both though.
We ate at both.
We enjoyed our little.
It was waste. It was an experience,
Yeah,
so it wasn't a waste by that. But the money wise, it was a waste. But the experience was good because now I can tell you, I can give you information. I mean, they're giving you fish. You see it, I'm showing you. Fresh. Still with the teeth, the head eyeballs on it. You gotta eat through it's beautiful. But when you look at the bills, it's cheap, but they add up. And then, we still got money to travel. I'm not saying that, but you learn.
Some people get caught up to where they
go
run through
broke.
everything.
They go broke.
They run through everything, and then they sit in here trying to like find somewhere to go. And sometimes that's not good because when you put yourself in a desperate situation, you're gonna do desperate things and be around the wrong people. Because Babylon is everywhere. Don't think because you're in Mexico, like, oh my God, everybody's on a spiritual, humble ayahuasca experience. Trust me, it's not like that. So we learn early. And that's why, like I said, with the surgery that I had, that was unexpected. I've just been healing from that. Mentally, we've all been healing from that. And we will be planning a trip in the next couple of weeks to Costa Rica to check out the land, the property, and just everything. I mean, Costa Rica is beautiful. And you can get a flight to Costa Rica, and it's only an hour and a half. So, like I said, I don't want to give you guys everything because that's the whole purpose of the Patreon page. Because at the same time, there's viewers like yourself that come in here. We know who they are, but there's people that watch us, and sometimes you just don't want everybody knowing what you're doing. They just don't have your best interest. So my thing is, you feed people with a long spoon because that's just what it is, and but it's very beautiful. There's so many places to travel to. Like from here to Jamaica is only a couple $100. That's another thing on my bucket list. With that, Mark Wolf. I'm not gonna read your question, but the answer is yeah. You gotta read that loud.
Yeah.
I like to.
Yeah, we already in the process. We already in the process. That's already in the making. Like the people already got our information that make us a citizen.
So that's
another information we get on how did you become a citizen in Mexico, because we went through a lot of ups and downs. I'm gonna tell you something about Mexico. Yo, it's good, bro. Let me tell you something about Mexico. If they take your money, you can't do shit. You can't call the cops. There's nobody there to help you. If you give somebody right now that could say, look, I'm gonna tell you different here. Lawyers don't have degrees. There's no lawyer that have a degree. You know your lawyer is your neighbor. Or to do real estate. You know what the paper do real estate, your neighbor? That nigga work at a taco stand. Yeah. But in the afternoon, he's a real estate agent. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works here. It goes based on your connections. You can say, yo, I'm good with speaking. Nigga put you on. Now you got 4 clients tomorrow. That's how it works. You see what I'm saying? So if you give somebody $4,000 and they take it, even with a contract or whatever, like, man, they can beat you. They can beat you because there's no law to sue. I mean, you can do it, but it takes so long that you'll probably spend more money trying to get that money than it would be just letting it go. So you got to be knowledgeable of the environment, of the people, of how to go about things, how to look, how to present yourself. All those things matter. All those things matter. Do the bud ain't all that though. Lots of sativa. I'm gonna tell you something. The weed is good to me. The weed is phenomenal. $40 an ounce. I can't complain. I come from America where it's almost $190, $210. I can't complain. Your resources. Use your resources. You can grow your own. You can grow your own. Fuck that. Weed in America has no seeds. Here they got seeds. Not a lot if you're getting something good. But that's another thing. Your resources is more here. You're getting more for your money. When you go to Costa Rica, it's even cheaper. Don't get it wrong. You still got expenses to it. But your dollar is what we're looking at. So if you had $5,000, it converts. It changes. So your 5,000 is not 5,000 to them. That shit is 100,000 in their money. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at that. That's the biggest thing. That's what white people do. They learn how to live and convert in currencies, bitcoins, and all shit. It's all money. It's all a tool. Money is a tool. That's all it is. Don't hold it. It's a tool to get you here. There. That's what we use it as. If we was using money to hold, we wouldn't be in Mexico. On my soul. We wouldn't be in Mexico. We'd use money as a tool. That's why we can go to Costa Rica. That's why you can go here. That's why you can go here. Because it's a tool. This gets me this to do that. This gets me that to do that. That's all it is. We're using our resources.
You're trying to build resources, because what you guys don't understand is a lot of people come here and get these condos not knowing that you can get a piece of property with a little bit of land. And like I was, when I was talking to Rose Gold, you know, if you have land, you can replenish food, you can have your food, but at the same time, you don't have to have a license here to do certain things. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are coming here and they're enjoying themselves and everything like that, but our purpose was a lot different than what majority of people are doing when they're here. That's why you see more white people coming here. And I'm gonna tell you something, they live comfortable. I'm watching them get pieces of property. Don't matter if it's in Mexico, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, whatever, Belize, they're getting property. And they're either living on it, you know, comfortable with their land and their food and all that stuff, or they're creating something. With the land, they're creating food to sell to other people that are local, or they're creating a resort or Airbnb. So that was our mindset from the beginning when we came down here. But we are human. We've made mistakes. We got distracted. But one thing about me and him is that we're not going to stay distracted and make mistakes too long. No. Like some people fall all the way the fuck down. And then it's too late. And like we went, whatever. And it's like, okay, let me get back in line of what we need to be doing. Everything else is municipal. Like it doesn't matter.
Change my thing. Now go ahead.
It doesn't matter, your intentions is everything. I put it like that. And our intentions is to have property. Our intentions is to grow our finances with the property that we have. I don't want just a whole bunch of property and it's just sitting there. I'm either going to have food that I can produce. I might have some herbs. I might have certain things that I can, maneuver and help people. Because I like to help. I like to give. But at the same time, I'm going to be mindful of who's around me. And like I said, when you come out here, you don't really know who people are because they can tell you anything. Back home in the United States, you can't walk around with a fake name because eventually somebody is going to air your shit out that your name ain't Frank Lucas. Your name is so-and-so and you just got out of jail. When you come here, there's no system for us to check. So we'll just believe, oh yeah, they have this. And I'm like, no. And it's sad because I see a lot of weird stuff going on. And instead of me, because sometimes your ego wants to get involved, and it's like, yo, what is y'all doing? Like, I just told you these motherfuckers is crazy. But then there's the other side of me that's like, you know what? You gotta stay focused. That's your higher self talking. Because once you stay focused, once you get yourself aligned with your family and your children, everything else is going to flow the way it's supposed to. Because if you get caught up in that drama, I wasn't in drama when I was in the United States. So to come here and see myself go in it a little bit, because, you know what I mean? I'm like, no. Because I like to speak what's on my heart. You know, if something is in my heart, then I'm going to speak it. And a lot of people don't want you to speak. They don't. But that's why we wanted to do the video of resources and, you know, you have to just build. You have to build and truly have to build with good people. It don't matter what their color is, what their language is. It's just good people. And sometimes we get a little distracted because we're looking for people that look like us.
Yeah, our color and shit.
And then when you say, oh my God, other black people. And we've been out and black people look at you like, you better not talk to me.
They better not, motherfucker. I don't fuck with you like that. I'm like, damn.
I don't want to be happy like, oh my God, like, listen, I don't know, but here's my lyrics, my WhatsApp number. And in these groups you get into, it's like, who can outsell? Who can outshine? Who can be out spiritual? Just because I'm a spiritual person, that don't mean that I'm not going to listen to my type of music or I'm not going to go out and have a good time. But a lot of people come here and they use the fact that we're lost and they use the fact that we're looking for something and they try to play off your spirituality. Just like a preacher will try to play off the fact that you're a child of God and you feel lost, you're going through pain. And every Sunday he'll go in there and play off that and then pass around the collection plate. And then you have some preachers that are truly dedicated to preaching the word of God and putting the money back into the community. But those people are usually overshadowed or they're not talked about. Yeah. But I feel like the peace that comes with that little church is much bigger than this big ass church you got sitting up on the hill. I'm good with my little church. I don't need 1 million people following me. Jesus had 12 disciples. Hitler had millions of followers. So I'm good with my little circle. And I feel good and motivated when I can come and give you guys authentic information. But like I said, once I'm able to get different things situated with our Patreon page, it's a small fee. And when I say small, because I'm not trying to dig in nobody's pocket, but it's just a small fee that you pay monthly. And you have access to videos that won't be posted on YouTube. You'll be able to ask us questions and interact on a different level. And for us to give you information that I might not even want to share on this platform of YouTube. We're streaming on Bigo and then being on Instagram a little bit more too.
This shit ain't what you think it is. I mean, when you come out here, we came out here and thought black people was like, you know what I mean? It ain't all about that now. I think that was a lesson. I had to change my mentality because by me thinking that way, I wasn't open-minded to the Mexicans.
Yeah.
So I thought it was all about us when it should have been all about people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I should have been focused on just people instead of just focused on all black people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where a mentality of a system that I would have, even living in America. You see what I'm saying? So when I came here, I learned that we are Mexican. Not coach, not like, oh, I'm a Mexican, but I'm saying they're black. They're a person of color. Mm-hmm. They're a person of culture. They're a person of ancient descent or people of old ways of living. And there's certain places you go to in Mexico that slaves came here and they're African Mexican. So they have like afros, they're very dark and stuff like that. So when I look at Mexican, I don't look at them just for like a Mexican. I look at their way of living. Like I learned about the ayahuascas and DMTs, and I learned about different ways of eating and different things like that. So I'm like, damn, this is what my great-grandma did. You know what I mean? Just in a different way, but the resources of how they use them was all the same. You know what I mean? So when I see them and they're still a little bit of cultureness, because you still got wickedness out here too. Don't get me wrong, but you can still see it. It was fascinating to me to see what I hear. Like back home, you hear a lot about like even how our grandfathers was like that. But here, if you don't have money to go to a hospital, you gonna have to whip up something. Mm-hmm. Grandma, you gonna have to take these 4 leaves and this coconut oil and put that on there. You see what I'm saying? Unless you got the money. But that's how my great grandma was. You know what I mean? They didn't have the funds or maybe the knowledge or the transportation or maybe the right rights or or medical wasn't even that big probably in that time. So they had to use what they knew best, and that was their resources. So when I see them still using their resources to heal themselves, I'm like, that's amazing, because that's where we come from. So I can learn from the people that's still doing it. When you go to Costa Rica, it's even more deeper.
Yeah.
This is coming to America. Like if I was coming from Brazil,
Yeah.
Panama, Costa Rica, El Salvador, stuff like that, Honduras, and then I'm hitting Mexico, Belize, then Mexico, then I'm in the United States. So Mexico is right there. When you start traveling more down, you start getting more deep into that Amazon forest, Aztec, Olmec culture.
Wildlife.
It's not this.
No.
It's not this because there's still not enough buildings to you know how some areas they'll say you chopping down too much stuff, you're pushing the animals out. They did push a lot of animals out due to the buildings. You know what I mean? So we live in a more like city area. Based on if I lived in Mexico more in the jungle-ish more area. So by living in Costa Rica, you're going to get 10 times more jungle if you chose to live in the jungle of Mexico because where you're at. So when I say sloths, right there. When I see but monkeys, you can't even feed them because they ain't no joke. Don't put this in a situation.
Because good thing my health insurance stretch here, not just in cash, but like teeth whitening. Yeah, the healthcare is different here. We're still learning that. I would love to get insurance that is not just for Mexico, but just traveling in general. Because this could be my home, but I still want to travel. Like I didn't come to Mexico just to come here and just stand still. That's why we work so hard to make sure that we're able to revenue income that can move with us. You know what I mean? That we're able to get online and still make income. I know Rose Gold asked earlier about, how we do income and everything like
Check
that.
out my game, it's coming too.
And just like with him building a game, like people don't understand, this is 2023 and gaming is really, 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 really big. But to get back on the health insurance real quick, I had to have a surgery and I kept weighing out the difference. And I was trying to get back to New York because when you're here, they'll tell you we can either do the cheaper surgery where it's like an open surgery, like old school, or we can go in and use like the scope and a way to get in easier and you can heal from it quicker. So, in my opinion, Star Medica is the best hospital. Star Medica, I'm trying to think, is that the one I went to? I'm not sure. That sounds familiar. But I was trying to make it back to New York. I couldn't because I woke up that morning to catch my flight. I was in a lot of pain, so I had to have the surgery here. I had the cheaper surgery where it was more like a bigger incision. Long story short, I'm okay. I'm still here. I can't complain given that it was language barrier and everything like that. But that's something to take in consideration when you are not in the States. It's a little different.
The comfortability.
It's just a little different. Just a little different. Like I said, you gotta pay out of pocket. So we had to pay a nice amount to have this surgery. And I'm not gonna lie, that made me want to leave immediately.
I did, though.
Because I was healing and I was stressing, and I'm like, oh hell no! I just had to come out my pocket. Because back home I'm spoiled. It don't matter if you got insurance or not. I know in New York, if you got a situation, they're gonna patch you up and heal you up, and then say, okay, we're gonna bill you later. They're not going to not take care of you because that could be neglect. If you go to a hospital, they see on me. So we have these different laws that are put into place when it comes to medical care. Here, before they even let me go upstairs, you need to pay. I had to pay $500 before I even went upstairs. He said it's a lot of English-speaking doctors, which is dope. I don't know if I was in Star Medic. I'm not sure. I know I was the hospital I went to was downtown Central. I know that for a fact. So I had to catch a cab down there. It's just different. It's different. I had to pay before they even let me go upstairs. And then here, obviously, when it's time to pay your bill, she said like 3 or 4 times. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pay. I need to finish getting dressed and packing my stuff up. You know what I mean? Because if you don't pay, they will not release you from the hospital.
It's like jail.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I do know which one you're talking about, but my hospital was downtown Central. I forgot the name of it. So it really made me want to leave. It threw me off. But there's a solution for every problem. So I'm still working on different things. I did come across someone that broke down and gave me information. She works for insurance here. She gave me 3 different ones to choose from, depending on, kind of like back home. But I need something, or I want something that might be like,
Travel.
that I can travel with, because that's work. Regardless how much I want to accept it, or just I've known it my whole life, like, I like to travel. I like to travel. So, I'm just trying to figure
Hey,
out
everybody.
with that. Even if I have a certain savings that's just for medical, I'm good with that right now. If I say, okay, I have maybe 2,000 put aside or 3,000 just in case of an emergency or something like that. But yeah, that was very discouraging. At the same time, going through that surgery, and then, a lot of relationships was kind of like, peace, Carlton, salute to you as well. It was just a lot going on, but when you're a warrior and you pull yourself out of stuff, it just makes you stronger.
Let you know what type of strength you really have.
It just makes you stronger, because that broke me a little bit mentally and physically and spiritually, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm laying in this pain. What y'all think is decent for rent out here?
Depends on how many people come with you.
For
family
rent in
or
Merida, like, we have a 3-bedroom. I know for a fact that we're being overcharged because we're foreigners. My landlord is not Mexican, but he's not American, and he basically said, like, he only rents to foreigners. So we should be paying maybe $300. I'm not going to tell you what we pay, but we should be paying at least like $300 less.
Yeah.
So right now we're in the midst of working some things out for the future. But to be real with you, Rain Man, I've seen prices that are ridiculous. And I'm like, what's going on? A lot of people are coming to Mexico, especially Merida, because that's all we're showing. Merida. There's other places, Playa del Carmen, Cancun. But to live, a lot of people are coming here, and
because it's safe.
they know that, and they're putting that rent up. I've seen places like $1,200. I'm like, what for that? $1,200?
Because they know foreigners gonna pick it up.
Shit, I mean.
Not the Mexicans.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
Never talk to a. I mean, we did it, but I'm not telling y'all to do it. Never talk to a. Never go to like Facebook and shit like that to look for places. Go and put the feet work in. Go outside and talk to people, because if you go on Facebook, I know it seems safer, and it is. I'm not saying it's bad. It's more convenient because you might be a language barrier like that. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. Facebook, those people that's posting them houses on there, they know foreigners is looking.
Yeah, that's too much. I mean, Ray-Ban,
hold on, that's perspective. We paid $2,000 pesos, 20,000 pesos, 4-bedroom, 3 bedrooms with a pool. Nigga, you paid $1,000? $1,000 for all that, nigga? That's too much. That's too much. What? But this is what you're thinking. You're thinking American.
But I've seen nice places with pools for less than that. And the only thing about where we're at, but it's gated with a camera. I got my own camera.
Yo, that's what they be wanting.
I know.
America be
because
wanting that.
Because they know that we come over here. And listen to this too. I'm glad you said that. That's cool. Because back home in the States, we do pay for gated communities, right? But one thing I want you to know is that they do know that most foreigners come over here with a scary mentality, a security guard at the gate. I'm gonna be real with you. If somebody wants you,
they gonna get you, nigga.
That's not gonna stop them.
I give them 5,000 pesos.
This is not your country. So they know we come over here with a scary mentality, and right away they say gated cameras. Listen, we brought our own cameras, and there's different things you can do.
My neighbors is my gate.
Like I said, to each his own. But I was living like that in America, and that's fine. That's why I said back in the States, people will pay for gated community.
Yeah.
There's someone at the whatever you're comfortable with. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
you need a gated community and someone to be there to watch the gate and cameras. But what I do know, and this is just common sense, I don't care if I'm in the States or if I'm in Mexico. You've seen celebrities get hit, and they got
It's just a psychological.
Yeah, but I'm saying you've seen
It makes you think
celebrities.
you're sick. You're not sick.
So if somebody really wanted you,
I know some niggas that come in there, and they know the guard. He's
and that's
Mexican.
back home or here, you could be back home and somebody will want you, and that gate is paid off, and you
Yeah, I'm
wonder,
telling you.
oh, I went for lunch. Yeah, I bet you did at
Tell me,
7:30,
bro.
and they hit you
I'm
at
telling you.
7:45.
On my soul, bro. If they want you, bro. I know some dudes, yo, they would talk to that guard in Mexican in their language, and they would tell you who they want, and they'll pay them $40,000, $50,000, and they will leave. They'll leave, and they'll make this. They don't want their family to be hurt. They don't want their brother and sister. They don't want none of that to be hurt. So if they just come in there just for you, I'll take that. That's a foreigner. We don't care. It ain't got nothing to do with us. You probably did something wrong. I'm telling you. Not hiding that though. Just peace and wild quiet. It's same thing here. You don't hear. I don't hear one ambulance. I don't hear one cop car. I don't hear nothing here. To the point where we used to get mad that we don't hear anything. It's too quiet. But on the back street, mad cars, or on the front street, walking right there, but we don't hear it. We don't hear it, we don't see it, we don't do nothing. But we knew that once we moved here, once we saw, you know what I mean? We knew what we wanted. The first place they showed us, it was that American YouTube shit, expat, that expat community shit. I don't want that. I didn't come all the way from America to live around like,
And we paid someone
fuck
a
that.
nice
I don't know
amount of
what-
money to find us a place, and they was showing us bullshit. And like my husband said, he said we didn't come here to live like that. We came here to be in a Mexican house neighborhood, and it's not that you're hiding. I didn't say that. I just know of common sense. It don't matter where you're at in the world. If somebody wants to get you, they're going to get you because they'll get celebrities, and celebrities got way more protection. We had cameras because we had a huge house in the United States, and we just liked it just because. So when we came here, I said, well, my cameras are small. Let me bring my cameras. My landlord lives next door. He has a camera right in the front. But at the same time, our neighbors know us.
You're not gonna get in this gate.
I feel comfortable with their eyes and ears, to be honest with you. So I'm blessed. That's why I'm not rushed to leave. That's why I don't mind paying a little extra rent, knowing that, because it's like, it is what it is. My rent is still decent, but, you know, I'm comfortable. And now it's time to
See something.
travel a little bit and see what else is going on. So I'm just blessed to be able to do that.
I'm gonna tell you some shit. I learned. I ain't gonna talk crazy on here because that's not my thing, right? I watch how they give it up, and it's all respect because if you stay out the way, you're not in the way. But I know this: if a person wants you, they can get you, and that doesn't matter how safe you think you are, how safe you want to be. If a person in the States is different, it's a little different because people are so quick to tell or some shit like that. It's not the same. It's not the same. So I look at it as I don't want to be. I just want to be around the Mexicans because they know more about what's going on. Because they're Mexican. When I first came here, they got Porsches, Ferrari, the dude down the street. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, that's what's up. You know what I mean? I wasn't thinking of negative. I knew they couldn't have that and feel uncomfortable. I know they couldn't have all that and be robbers around. So like that, I want to be comfortable living with somebody that can flash their shit and know there's nothing going to happen to them. That's
It's
how
still
I
people.
They still regular
We act
people.
like, I don't know why we've been brainwashed so much, and that's why people would say, oh, do they have certain cars out there? And I'm like, yeah, they do. They have nice
Crazy.
stores.
Everybody got a Mercedes
You
Benz.
can buy some Gucci sunglasses
Everybody.
that's from the official store. And what I realized at the end of the day, people are still people. And when you show respect
That's all that
to
matters.
people, you're going to get it back. So when they see us outside as a family, they see that we're not called. People can feel your energy. We're going to receive it back.
I'm telling you, bro.
And that goes anywhere. And that's why we've been able to move around when we was in the States. And that's why we're going to start moving around here, because that's just the energy
Freely.
we give off.
Yo, I'm tell
I
you something.
can't, you know.
Yo, my wife would tell you, I got a heart on me that's sometimes stupid. Cause how can I explain? Like, I'm bold. I've been to some places with that chain on, that big ass chain on. And if it wasn't sometimes for your character, people would sometimes think other ways to benefit off of you. You see what I'm saying? Or to try to get you right. The way I move in the States, I learned I can't move like that everywhere. And it's not a cocky thing, it's just a common sense thing. It's But since my respect and my energy is so loving, I had no problems. In the worst places, no problems. With chain on nighttime, people will tell you, it ain't even no foreigners over here. I'm over going to my man Slim house. He live in the streets. And I got a big ass chain on and going trying to find his crib. I felt safe. I'm not gonna lie, even with this poor environment and shit like that, I felt safe. Not saying nothing can happen.
Yeah, that's
I'm not saying nothing can happen because anything happening, but I felt safe. I felt more people were fascinated by me than want to rob me for it. Because at the end of the day, they don't know who the fuck you are, number one. Second of all, you got balls. Third of all, nigga, you black. Black niggas, I never seen a black person in Mexico ever get robbed. Let's be honest. Never. So when I understand that, it's not about the jewelry. It's about the person behind it that's wearing it. And that's number one. Second of all, but it's stupid to think you can go everywhere and rock that big ass chain. Nothing will happen because everybody got love for you or don't want to have love for some people is hungry. But thank God that I knew I was moving to a safe environment, that I knew that I could do that. Because I didn't do that when I first got here. It took me a while. She'll tell you, I put that shit up. It took me a while. I had to feel safe to wear that. But it was all love. We got pictures. People saw us in the cemetery. Now that shit looked scary.
Yeah, he said it too. They just want to take pictures. Yeah,
They
we
just
got,
want to
we
take.
got a video.
Yo, they came out of the cemetery like the dead. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
yo, bro, there was nobody with us. We're walking. I see this man. I thought he was cleaning up. We see this lady. They both stopped us, chopping it up with us, took mad pictures with us, and did like shit, and just boom, gone, right? Boom.
Yeah.
I think myself, what the fuck is that? You see what I'm saying? What they doing with those pictures? I've been sitting in places and they like this with the phone, taking pictures of me. I'm thinking myself, back home, if you did that back home, like, what the fuck is you doing? You think it would have been, you know what I mean? It's like invading privacy type shit. Like here, they don't know who you are. They just are fascinated. They see a black person dressing nice, and it's like, oh shit, boop, I'm gonna bring this home. That's it. That's cool. I can't say everywhere you go to Mexico, you dress like that. It's gonna be like this.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, oh, pull that.
Yeah.
Hey, I understand. I'm not stupid, but I'm gonna tell you this: everybody around here know me. They don't know my name, but they know this.
A lot of them do know your name.
They do know my name. They do know my name, and they know Jamal. Hey, Jamal, just like that.
They'll
They
say
do.
Jamal.
Jamal. Hey, Jamal.
You ain't seen them in weeks, and they still know your name.
The dude at the corner that stand in the corner all the time. When I come through, hola, mano. They know me. If he saw something going on, he won't fight. I'm not saying he won't fight for me, but he gonna like they trying to figure out what's going on. Like, yo, what's going on? I don't know. I just see him walking every. See what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. I can wear my shit. I ain't stupid though. I ain't gonna flaunt it. I'm not flaunting it. I'm just dressing nice today. But I dress like this every day. I'm cool. She'll tell you. She said, "Baby, you gonna get dressed to do this?" You can do that here. I ain't gotta show off wearing minks and furs and all that shit. I'm cool. I'll take a shower. I ain't gonna put this back on because it's like balls. But I put some. I ain't gonna put nothing fresh on shit. I'll put something that might not look on that. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing about here is, I feel like your energy, something that's different than back home. Like back home, it's about your looks, your car, you know, whatever. And I'm not saying it's not about looks here because I've been to Progressive and I've seen women that didn't had stuff done. It's very obvious because it doesn't look right. So I'm not saying people are not consumed with their looks, but I feel like for the most part, you still have like people go off energy here. In the harbor. Yeah, and the thing about it, I'm gonna be honest with you. When me and my husband were back home, and I have videos of that too, because we've always been on YouTube. Well, we've been on YouTube for a while. We have the same reaction. So we would go out with our furs on, going to a comedy club in New York. We a little hard, like we a little like, you know what I mean? And people just show love, and we get to stare. So when we came here, it didn't turn us out because we've always got attention. It's just sometimes
We're not cocky though.
but sometimes it is a bit much because it's just a bit much because we are in Mexico. They don't know if we Dominicans or Puerto. They don't know what we are, and then they're looking at how we dress. And we can go out with the most simplest outfit on, and they're still going to look at you because their energy is like different. Or who are you? So sometimes it's a bit much. For the most part, well, that's when you went Progressive. So that's a headache. But for the most part, I can push that aside. But even when we was back home, we would go out and get attention, and so obviously you get a little bit more here. But it's just common sense. You know, I don't care what your religion is, your spirituality. Just have common sense when you're out. Have common sense with anything. I mean, it don't matter to me. My common sense has always been my lifesaver. So I make sure I stay in tune with my common sense, my intuition. At the same time, I'm in a new place, so I'm learning the culture. I'm learning the good and the bad. I'm learning how things move here. You know, people be surprised when I pop out speaking Spanish.
Shit, they do too when I speak a little bit. They think I'm Cuban.
Yeah, I mean, they don't know. They don't know what you are, and I feel like when you can speak the language, that's a beautiful thing. And they do. They get excited when you can, even a little bit of words my husband say in the cab. They get excited. They love when you meet someone and he speaks a little bit of English.
Oh yeah, they love that
and
shit.
now they want to have a conversation.
Because they don't use, like what man said, I don't use it. I don't get to use it because everybody.
So they'll talk the whole time because it's like they get to practice. So it's us learning from each other. That's the whole point of us being humanity. We are supposed to be learning from each other. Because at the end of the day, like, where is your true home? Because Mexicans, aren't they close to like Native Americans? Like, come from that? So I have Native American in me, so it's not probably too far from that culture. Everything is so similar.
Mayans.
They bless you when you speak the language. I think they bless you when you speak the language, but they also respect you, and they like when you are
open to their
sincerely
shit,
open to learning something, or just
shit.
like, you know what I mean? Because it's like they look at us like, oh, Americans, but I'm like, no, I want to learn something from you, and it's like, wow. So you know,
they look at Americans like we're the best thing in the world, and I'm like, nah, bro.
We're
all people. We're the best thing in the world, and when you talk like that, that's when they know you're a different American.
Yeah, once they understand, like if some of them understand that when you say that, they look at you different.
Because a lot of people expect they only talk about, oh, what's this, or where that's at, or what's this at. And it's like, nah, I just want to learn y'all culture.
Yeah.
They're like, what, nigga? You don't want to know where this is at, or where the food is at, or where the clothes at, or the hotel's at? And it's like, nah, bro, I could have got that back home. Shit, nigga, all that shit I could have got back home. They got hotels back home, they got girls back home, prostitutes back home. They got all that shit home, nigga, and I'm used to the money. I don't want that, nigga. I want something I couldn't get back home. Culture. I couldn't get that back home. I couldn't get that certain fruits, food, and experiences, and that museum we went to. That shit is, take me to shit like that. Don't take me to no shit that could have got back home just I'm just here because it's cheaper. I can't remember what I'm telling you, so you do shit like that, the universe it's gonna come up to you. Because you're using your choices the wrong way.
Yeah, like you're not respecting them.
Okay. It's gonna happen. You're being disrespectful, you're being gluttony. You're
and
being
you in
selfish.
their country? Are you crazy?
And you still want to be negative. And it's okay, you got enough negative people in their own country. You don't need to come outside and still do it here. But that just shows you what type of person you are. That shows me it doesn't matter where you go, you're gonna bring that shit with you. So I don't wanna mess with you. Because that shows me you're not willing to change. They said in life, in school, you gotta change people, places, and things. Those are three things. We changed most of our people that we chilled with, places, and the things we used to do, we don't do it no more. So if you don't have that mentality to change people, places, or things, or even want to, I don't want to rock with you like that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a little spot where you get food.
Yeah, it's a lot of spots that we're.
I like markets. Markets, shit. Show you my buddy I got from the market.
Oh yeah.
Show you my buddy. Ain't no pet store. Oh fucking, y'all see me? I had mad reptiles, right? I said, there ain't no pet store. You can't go to no pet store. You go to a market. They're in cages. I love that shit. It's so raw. They're about to get a duck.
I'm glad we did.
Thank God we did it. And it's not always good to get those animals because you don't know what type of disease you got, because we got a rabbit and we brought him home, and in not even a month, couple days he died. It was a baby one too.
He was too small.
You don't know what they go through.
Yeah, he wasn't nervous.
You know what I mean? And that's the sad part, because they're not like in there. You know what I mean? It's the same thing in the pet store, because I've seen some videos behind the wall that makes you scared to even buy from them. So I'm just saying, here is just raw and organic. You go to the market, you see mad cages with animals, rabbits, hamsters, all type of shit. You come back down there?
Yeah, I'm just giving the girl.
Yeah. She giving the girl a snack. All this stuff, right? You see all this stuff. And then you go to America, it's all look good, it's like that, but I like it raw. But when you go in there, when you see all them like animals in the cages, yo, it's a different mind to see. Because I'm first of all, I was kind of sad. I'm thinking like, dang, that's sad. All these animals in a cage like that. But at the end of the day, man, you can help them or you can let them sit there.
That's why it's good when you got your property, because you can rescue more. And we always like animals, so we both speak Spanish, but learning to sound Spanish very different.
You need what is it called? Mayan, the Mayan language.
Yeah.
The Mayan, you got a Mayan tongue. They speak old language. I don't know if Yucatan is different than a different, like, you know what I mean, other places.
I mean, they might have words they pronounce different, might be the same, but at least you're able to communicate, you know, and that's what I'm hoping from being over here. I mean, there's certain words I picked up, but it's not enough. So I need to be doing my homework with these little apps they have that I was doing before I came here. But like I said, everything is just a learning experience, and I don't have to fall down that many times to learn my lesson. Like, it only takes once for me to say, oh shit, I need to be doing this different. You know, because once I'm able to, but like I said, 7 months we've been here. Like, I don't want to be too hard on myself, but I'm hard enough to know when I need to be
changing,
doing more and changing. You know what I mean? So, but I'm excited. I'm excited for this travel to Costa Rica and just other things that we have.
So once you start speaking a little Spanish, hola amigo, oh.
I like it because I can connect to them more. I can, and that's what I really want. Like, to be able to.
Costa Rica?
No, I'm talking about just the language.
Yeah.
I can connect.
It's the same, man. Like Spanish, it's still Spanish.
It's also, yeah.
That's why it's good to know that stuff. Even in school, it's good to teach them to me because that stuff will get you a long way if you're a traveler.
And with us having daughters that we homeschool, this is just a learning experience for them because, I mean, you're going to see bugs you never seen before in your life, animals, food. The food is different. It's like they do more air conditioning is a luxury here. Yes. See, I took that for granted because I was like, oh shit, in every room that we have, we got an air conditioner, every room. But like you said, it is a luxury, so we don't take that for granted. Like, we don't let everything run all day and night. We're very mindful of everything, but it is a luxury. Back home is like, F it, fuck it. Everybody got an air conditioner.
Essential air and all that
Yeah.
shit like that.
Like you said, it's a luxury because everybody don't have no air conditioner. When it's hot, like hot, oh, it's.
Thank God that you got the pesos to do it. Because everybody got the pesos. My man, they paying $250 and they ain't got no refrigerator. They ain't got no kitchen. They got a little stove.
Yeah.
With the little you know what I like about Mexico? If you don't have money, they have an alternate for you. You don't have to get a pack of hot dogs. You can just get one hot dog, right? You don't have to get a whole thing of eggs. You get one egg. So you don't have to get a whole thing of juice. You get one little juice. Like, everything is
Your money low.
there's something for you. You can go right now and get a whole meal for 20 pesos. Swear to God, right there at the market on Fridays and Wednesdays. They got that little. It's all gel meals. I'm not gonna lie, they all gel meals. They get hot dogs, boil them, put barbecue sauce on them, put a little bit of rice on the side, a little bit of beans, and something else, and that's $1. That's $1. It's a struggle meal. I'm not gonna lie, but it'll get me through the day. So if you ain't got money to go to KFC, you got money to go to market to get some hot dogs express. Look, what do you want to do? I wish you would. And all the words we use back home of disrespect, they don't have those words here. You know, I eat hot dogs, you know, you eating glizzy, you know, shit like that. They eat hot dogs, man. That's the thing about home, but back home, we got so many words of disrespect to regular things. Here, their vocabulary is not that broad, so the disrespect is not that high because their language doesn't evolve to say SMD, or their language don't know how to say certain things. They say na puta maricón or puta madre or something like that. They regular shit, but they don't got like they don't have so many words to bully you or violate you.
Not as much. It's not as much slang.
Not saying they don't have it. Like, you're ugly. That's still a bad word, but we have, like, we'll put a whole sentence together, like your mom is this and you a op and your mom you smoking on your mother's ashes and shit like that. I don't think a Mexican would say that. I'm smoking on your grandmother. I don't think they would say that. Like I'm smoking on your grandmother. Like nigga, I kill your mom or you tell your mom to do. I don't think they talk like that. I haven't met none. talk like that. You want, and they really big on family here. They're very big on family. Family is very big here. If you're not a family type of person, if you're not like a lovable, if you don't like, even me and my wife bond had to be worked on here more because so many things in the state was tolerated that we can just band-aid a lot of our problems with being here. You had to really open up and work on them because that's what family is important here. Family is not important in America. You can build a family. You can go and build one. Mexico, they're not really building a family. They just, this is my wife, this is my mom, this is my grandmom. I take her mom in like mom. I take my mom. This is what it is. It's family. It ain't like, this is my mom, but I don't mess with her like that, so I got a whole nother mom over here. Like, I don't know.
And they do, I think they do have like nursing homes here, but it's not like back in the United States. Like, there's nursing homes on every corner because, you know, we don't want, or we choose not to take care of our mom and dad. You know, we'll put them in a nursing home. Here, you see grandma outside and you don't even know if she's there or not. You know, she's just old, but she's outside. She's enjoying the festivities. You know, if you're just able, you could tell, like, back home, you'll see people, like, be aggravated that I have to deal with you. Here, it's just, our car just got here shipped, and it's, like, really dry. And that's why we chose not to bring our car, because at first I wanted to, but it was more so of me being attached to it. So I do miss it sometimes, like the comfortability, but at the same time, the headache that comes with having a vehicle, Peachtree Top, the headache that comes with having a vehicle is just a lot. And I don't really, you know, eventually you might get something or whatever, but right now it's not really necessary because it's just convenient how everything is set up here. By the gas being so cheap, you can Uber everything. To catch a bus to Progresso is cheap. And then, you know, probably traveling, you know, other places as well. But I wanted to bring the car, and
that car.
I thought about it.
Pick another one. I said, pick another one. Shit.
It wasn't really necessary. Like you said, you don't need it as much. It says, plus the drivers here are ruthless. Yeah, the driving here is probably worse than.
They ain't no rules like that.
I mean, I don't know. They driving, their skills is different.
They got skills. You see how they be driving those big ass buses?
Their skills is different.
Them buses be big as hell going on streets this small.
He said he's buying a bike.
That's what I'm buying.
Yeah, he keeps saying, I want a bike.
I'm buying a bike, yo. I'm buying a bike, yo. Look, cause look, you can't listen. No.
You don't want me to pick
Hell no, I don't want her to pick out no bike for me. She gonna pick out some crazy shit. That shit gonna it's gonna be old. It's gonna be some shit she like. It's gonna be some old shit. At least I know the technology. I know the up-to-date shit. I know a little bit more. I'm a YouTube it before I mean whatever.
Yeah.
The bikes is only no more than $1,000. Brand new.
Yeah, brand new.
Brand new. 2022. No miles. Brand new. $1,000 straight out of the box. I mean, straight off the lot. Mm-hmm. What? $1,000? You know how much they are back home? I'm talking about like some big shit. I'm not talking about no little shit. I'm talking about some big shit. Street legal. $1,000? My car. Yo, I bought a bike, a moped for 500, 300. That shit was, I bought a bike for $700. Motorcycles at Walmart was like, what? That's what I'm talking about. The Walmart. Yo, big shit. Yeah, I'm talking about some shit white boys got. Dirt bikes. I'm talking about some. They got a band.
And that's brand new, clean.
Brand new. Nobody even touched it. No parts has been reassigned. I don't have to worry about nobody. Brand new, clean.
He said I'm picking it up Tuesday.
I'm telling you, I'm about to get my shit. I'm about to get my shit, Chico. I'm about to get my shit. I'm telling you, my shit. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know how to drive it like that, so I was just driving right from here to the park, just to get the feel of it. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, well, do you got license? I got license, but can you use a regular license to put on your bike? Like, can you use your regular license to get plates on your bike, or do you need to have a permit? I think you can be a regular. I don't think you need a permit.
I know when it comes to driving here, you just need your license, but
this is
as
a
far
bike.
as registration, registration. I don't know. A lot of people were saying you have to be a
My
lot of people
landlord
were saying you have to have a temporary or permanent residency card.
My landlord do it right now.
He said no.
See?
So the bike is different than the car then, because I think with the car, do you have to be a like a temporary or permanent to have the car registered? Because there's so much like gray area here, and that's why some people don't like it, and that's why some people love it. Because there's a lot of gray area of like, even locals will tell me one thing and somebody else will tell me something.
Yeah, totally different.
But still, them bikes be nice too.
Bikes be nice, yo. Always wanted one.
1,000 people spend that on like
Oh,
back home. Like, just,
yo, I'm gonna give you a bike, yo. A bike? Cause this is what I'm telling her. I'm scared a little bit too. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna learn everything I tell her. I learn it.
It's how the other people drive. That's what scares me. Is how the other people are driving.
Don't be scared.
Nobody
She was the
knows.
same way when it came to driving a car.
Yeah.
She said the same story until she got in that car and we got used to it. And then she driving with one hand and shit. But this is what she was saying before. Oh, it ain't you, it's other drivers on the highway, it's this, people falling, all the crazy stories like that. Then when she got a car, shit. She couldn't, man, shit. She getting rentals and shit, like, come on. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling her. Once she get on the back of a bike and she hold on to me with that helmet on and she get that feeling of, ooh, she gonna be like, babe, I like that. It was a rush. It was something I never felt before. It was like, you know what I'm telling you? She never felt this, so she don't, I gotta give her that experience. But the only way she gonna feel safe enough to do it if I probably have it, or she's safe enough when somebody let them do it. That's a fact. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I gotta like, yo, babe, I'm about to get this bike. You see what I'm saying? But you know it's a decision thing. So we gotta make that decision. You see what I'm saying?
Right now we're trying to.
No, I'm gonna get the bike. Don't worry about
get
that.
some stuff
Yeah, I'm gonna get my bike.
Got charged. What is that? 50,000 pesos once it got here. Is that 15,000?
Get 50,000 pesos. Why they charge you so much?
15,000. That's not. I mean, I don't know.
Hold on, 15,000. Would they charge you 500 for shipping? Cause
20,000 is 1,000. I mean, 20,000
Is
pesos
it 1,000
is
pesos?
1,000. So 15,000.
that's an extra 500 for shipping probably. I mean for bringing it. Then 500 for delivery. Would they charge you to 500 for it?
So 15,000. That's
Cause you said you gotta pick it up.
Once it got there, I guess he had to pay to pick it up. He said it's set in customs. I mean, listen, that's the only thing. Like when I send mail back to the States, shit, the cheapest that I've gotten something to get mail.
Oh, yeah.
The cheapest I had to pay to send something back to the States was like $57. No, the shipping from the U.S.
Couple racks.
Oh no!
And that was for
To get his car imported.
oh hell no.
So he paid a couple
That was
thousand.
gonna get your car, but you got a bike for $1,000.
Custom, yeah, I would have sold that.
A bike for $1,000, but it took you a couple thousand to bring your car in. The shit that you're not even driving.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's always good to get here first to learn it. I don't need a car. I don't need a car. Everything is around me. Is that the Taco Bell?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good, yeah.
He's pure Chihuahua too.
Straight from Mexico.
I've
Yo,
had him. He was a baby.
they're the pit bulls of Mexico.
Say hi, Royale.
Ugly as hell.
Royale.
Ugly.
Yeah, he's good though. He let us know when stuff is around. Put it like that. That's all he good for.
Definitely alarm dog. That's the only thing they're good for, alarm.
He's Mexican. I got his birth certificate and everything when he was born and shots and
Straight
everything.
Mexican dog.
Stop talking about him.
This is my girl right here.
But they got pit bulls. Like they got. Oh my god. I wanted so many dogs when I got here. You gonna leave me, Royale? But I don't know if you want to stay. I'm going to hop off here in a little bit because I need to actually go to the store. But I just wanted to come. I wanted us to show our face. I wanted to just give y'all some energy. Make sure y'all keep following us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to both the channels because we're streaming on both channels. The Patreon page will be coming up soon. So you guys can have more just more exclusive information, things that we don't really want to talk about on this platform. Stop, more?
Experiences that I don't think for everybody.
Yeah, just a lot we got going on. So I have my phone shipped from the U.S. by FedEx, and that took a week to clear in customs. So when the driver came to my spot, he was like, "There's a tax." What?
Yeah,
3,000 pesos?
He beat you. He beat you.
No. I don't know, but I've had stuff sent and shipped.
Plenty of times.
I didn't have to pay nothing.
Yeah, he beat you 3,000 pesos.
Oh, have my room ready knowledge. I'm out in New York.
I got you. I got a room right here.
Yeah, he do got a whole extra room, really. It's just his studio, so you can put a blow bed right down
A
here.
what?
A blow bed. So they charge you for everything shipped from the States. And even like a couple days ago, I had to mail some papers to my mom. What?
So when they got there, they said, "Yo, to give me your package, it costs 3,000."
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Man, you to keep that shit. What? He beat you.
I mean, see, these are things we'll talk about on that Patreon page because we've experienced some bullshit here too. But I'm not gonna talk about it up here. Nah, I went to the FedEx building. He went to the FedEx building.
And they charge you 3,000 pesos to get your stuff from there?
Maybe because it was a phone.
Ain't no fucking phone. It ain't no weight. It ain't no shit like that. A phone? Damn. I mean, we got weight on that. Ain't that phone? 3,000 pesos just to get a phone. You know how much that is?
But it is information, like I said, that
150.
people need to know about that I would only speak about on that page just because, everything is not for everybody on this
They
YouTube.
charge you 150 for that?
DHL, FedEx charge tax in Mexico. I've used DHL, I've used, FedEx is high. I've used DHL. The one that I use is UPS. They're the cheapest. I sent some papers to my mom a couple days ago, and it was $56. We had stuff shipped to us, and that cost us $96. It was coming from the U.S. to Mexico. It was just mail. Like, you know how you use a debit card or a credit card? So we had some of our mail shipped to us, and it was $96.
Yeah.
But when I shipped back over, it was $56.
That right there, we're gonna talk about that too. How much it costs to even ship things, yo. It's crazy.
No CMOS right now, Treetop, but that's something that I've been looking into because that's one thing that a lot of Black people do talk about or want here is CMOS.
It's a shipping.
So I need to figure something out. The lady that I usually get my CMOS from gets it from Jamaica. I'm speaking about packages. He's talking about packages though. That's different.
Yeah, package is bigger.
Yeah, packages. I mean, if I'm sending mail and pictures.
I can imagine packages.
You know what I mean? I could imagine that. That's going and coming. So that's the only little downfall. But I mean,
They charge money though. That's another thing you gotta deal with being there. Spending money like that. It ain't all peaches and cream, yo.
things are cheaper, but everything is kind of like out of pocket. So you have to weigh the difference. That's why I said my rent could not be a certain amount because I know a lot of things I have to pay out of pocket. What is he smelling?
No, that's all wrong. Why are you doing that?
Well, you're crazy. But make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel. You want to talk a little bit about the game?
Nope. Oh yeah. Hey yo, I'm building my game right now on Rust. Right? Rust is a game that is an action-packed game, PvP and PvE. You don't know what PvE stands for? It's player versus player, and PvE stands for player versus environment. Right? So there's different servers where you can join. But I'm gonna close it with this one, right? So it's different environments, right? I mean, it's different battlegrounds you can go to. So I'm on Rust right now. I play it a lot because I like to. You can build houses, and then what I like about it is when you get off the game, your stuff is still there. So if you log off the game, he goes to sleep, right? You sleep, but everything is there. Your base is still there. So what you have to do is when you build the base, you have to put your they call it a TP, but it's your cupboard. It's like a little shelf that you put inside there, and this lets people know this is your base. This is how you own it, and you have to put whatever materials you build the house with. You have to put those materials inside the house. So if you build it with wood, you have to put wood in here. If you build it with stone, you have to put stone in here. And this is your rent, most say. Based on how much stone you put on here, well, based on how long this house will stay on this server. And if you don't put no wood in there, as time goes on, it will just decay. It will just slowly disappear. Walls will come away. This right here. So I play the game a lot. I say, you know what? This game brings so much money. People buying VIP memberships, people buying kits, people buying things like certain guns they can't get, that everybody else can't get, so they'll pay for that. This, because they play this game so much, they want to have access to all the memberships of it, right? So I think to myself, fuck, man, this game, I want to build my own. So what I did was I went on Rust, I bought a server, my own server. I paid monthly, and then I spent like almost over like $150 on all the add-ons. So I bought all the add-ons and shit like that. Boom, boom, boom. So now I'm building the game. So once I'm done building my game, it's called No Trust in Rust. When I get done building it, I send you the link, or I tell you, yo, download Rust on your PC, your Xbox or PS4. Download Rust, and then type in No Rust, No Trust. It's up and running right now, but I'm still just doing. I'm on it right now as we speaking. And I can show you some more too later on. And y'all seen me play before Rust, so y'all get a little better. But I'm gonna show you more of it. And if you look at my videos, you can see the game itself, right? So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting bases on. So when people join the game, they got bases to raid already. They got things to do, events. Every 4 hours it rains acid. People gotta go in the house and shit like this and shit like that. Boom, boom. You got bears to fight. You got Halloween scarecrows. So it's automatic entertainment. Now, if you want different things, you can pay for it. But I'm putting it in right now. So I'm just getting into it, like the menus, like that. So I'm just getting it. But I say the next 5 or 6 months, it's gonna be immaculate. Right now, it's good to go, and that's only been 4 days. But the next, I say at least, give me the how hard I work. Give me 2 months. 2 months. I say 2 months. 2 months. That shit gonna be immaculate. I mean, immaculate. And then I'm gonna work on another server. I'm gonna do that and then work on something else. I'm still on Warframe in 7 days. 7 days to die is good. This is better. 7 days to die is a building game. And I only play building survival games. I play like 7 Days to Die. I play Survive the Nights. I play them all. I play fucking, oh man, I can keep going. From Star Sand to Forest to fucking the Forest. The new one just came out. The Sons of Forest just came out. I'm gonna get that. But like, I played every survival game you can name, from Roblox to Minecraft to every survival platform you can name a game. I played it, right? So by me doing it so much, I said I'm gonna build my own game. Now I've built games in the virtual reality in the sandbox. I've built virtual reality worlds before, but the only reason I didn't keep it up because I didn't want to buy the property. Because the property, I wanted to buy the property, but it's a gas price and all that stuff like that. So I didn't want to get into all that. But I've had built worlds in the virtual reality. I built like 3 or 4 of them. So I do know how to build a little bit. So me building this game right here is kind of it's easy because I'm good at building, but it's hard because I'm learning now scripting. So this is what I'm doing right now: scripting, doing like coding and scripting, and going into the files, configurations, and plugins, and datas, and logs, and all these things I'm going into to configure things to make these objects or things like this move. The functionality can move good. So you gotta know your X's and Y's, you gotta know your rotations, you have to know certain things to make this performance the way you want it to be. So I learned if I keep learning these things, then I can get paid for teaching people this. You know what I mean? So that's why I like to learn it and asking my own money to learn, right? So when building your game, it's a long-term asset, you know what I mean? But I've got so many, you know what I mean? So what I do is I always learn, because this world, to be honest, is going in a technology world. This world is getting very technical. It's getting to a world where everything is being advanced through internet, through social media, through gaming, through virtual reality, through crypto, through NFTs, through all these things. And if you're old and not willing to like learn about those things, you will be shut down from it, and your kid will probably override you or over success than you, because they're up to date on the evolution that's going on, and you're still evolving. You're not evolving, you're just going along with the times, but you don't know how to like build a website. You don't know what templates are. You don't know like certain things. You just don't know. But that's what you're going to need to know in the future, because you're going to either be a creator or a destructor, like a destroyer. So which one are you going to play? You're going to create or you're going to destroy? You got to play which part. So people get more money off creating than they do destroying. So by me knowing that the world is evolving with technology creation, even though I'm older, if I can still evolve in this technical world, I can still have a foot on my success rate keep rising because I'm still evolving with the technology. So when it comes to like NFTs, okay, I know how to build my own NFTs. I know how to generate them. I know how to do certain things like that. So NFTs, I know how to build them. I know how to do certain things. I know how to do boom, boom, right? So I got NFTs. I know how to do the crypto. I know how to look at the candlestick. I know how to do that. I know about the forex trade market. I know about this. You got certain things you got to boom. I know about this. I know about just the economics and just financial. Just knowing about certain things and technical about just little things like I said, scripting, building coding, building games, or drone flying, or know how to do like videography. So you've seen all those things I'm doing. Videography, I might be shooting a music video, I might be shooting drones, or I'm building a game. Those is all assets that I bring when a person say, yo, what do you do? Nigga, what I do? What I do? Shit. What you want to start with? And I just don't know how to do it, I'm good at it. Like once I'm good at it, I don't master it. I'm just good enough to keep going somewhere else. So, okay, I'm good. I can build 3 games. I can't build like games for like iPads and all that shit like that. But I know the basics enough to dip into it. So when I see certain things like, oh, you gotta do scripting. I gotta do script. Okay, if I know a script, let me go into the configurations and look at the script. Okay, boom. Let me delete this and add these numbers. Okay, boom. Let me look at the script, true or false. Okay, I know what this is. Boom, I know what this is. Okay, I know the color and code. And then boom, boom. I get to that, boom, right? So I don't know. After I learn it, I'm like, all right, boom, what can I learn next? You know what I want to do? I want to know how to fix fucking skydiver tanks or something like that. So I just be thinking, what can I do to learn? So it just builds my trading up because that's what people learned back in the day. What skills do you have to offer? I can fly drones. I can build games. I'm very like athletic. I'm definitely like athletic. The best thing I say, like I'm definitely have a lot of charisma and a lot of, you know what I mean? Boom. I'm a good person. Just the skills, because everybody is skilled. It's a good person. It's goddamn skill nowadays. You know what I mean? To keep that shit is a fucking skill. So web designs, videography, video design, clothing designs, a vinyl cutting. That comes with clothing design, but people know how to build clothes online, but know how to design. I mean, know how to cut, stuff like that. To fucking music videos. You see me doing music, doing video. I ain't the best at none of these shit, but I know enough to get me by. I can tell you that. I ain't the best. I ain't master them, but I guarantee I know the best to get me by. I can bring this to the table and still compete with a nigga that been doing it for 6 years. He might win, but I can compete with him. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't pulled my drone out yet. I'm gonna tell you that drone shit. I fuck with the drone. And also real shit before I go, I'm gonna tell you one baby, to keep this shit going. I ain't gonna lie to nobody. I don't like lying to nobody. I like being real. So I was talking about this. Some people got this. Some people can go to, let's say God right there, right? But God got a secretary. God got a secretary, right? I said, yo, tell God I'm here. They said, what's your name? They tell me it's Jamar, yo. Yo, God, Jamar, I tell you, boom, tell him to come in. Boom, I walk in there and talk. Yo, what's up, man? And you'll listen, shit like that, boom, boom, right? Boom. You got some people that I noticed. They'll go to God, like, secretary, like, yo, secretary, I'm ready to talk to God. They like, what's your name? My name Jonathan. God, Jonathan's here to see you. Huh? Okay. He's in the meeting right now. He'll see you in a couple hours. All right, boom. So I noticed that. You got a one way like to the man, to the person. You got, and you're using it the wrong way. You're using it. Imagine having a parent that was a millionaire and you'll just take their money to buy drugs. That's how I felt like I was using God. Like my parent was a millionaire and I was using God to do negative stuff. And even though by God loving me, he never turned his bag, or she never turned it. You know, they just always loved me, even though I was doing wrong, right? So I started looking at that shit like, oh, if I was using my parents for the right things, I mean, I'd be miraculous. So I said, hold on now, I'm getting blessings playing around. That's why they say I watch your mouth. Everybody, I'm playing around. I want this. And That shit pop up on me. Like, oh, what the fuck? So you start trying to test it. I want a car, yo. I'm gonna get a car. Why? I'm not working or nothing. Somebody just comes to me like, yo, bro, I'm getting rid of my car. Yo, you want it? I'm like, how much you want to pay? Shit, my car I'm getting is brand new. You can keep this one. I can keep it? Fuck. You start looking at shit like, hold on. I was just talking about this car 2 months ago. A week, like, what the fuck? And then you got people, my man down the street, he mad. Yo, he offer you the car? Shit, nigga, I've been wanting that car for 5 months. I think to myself, you've been wanting it for 5 months longer than I wanted it to even know it exists. And I said I wanted the car. I mean, I was just saying, talking shit. I really want the car, but I was just, I mean, it ain't like I couldn't live without it. You know what I mean? I want the car, but the dude come to me, like, hey, bro, I'll give you my car. I'm like, what the fuck? What else can I do? What other things can I perform? So, you know what I mean? Man, I want this. I want a house. That's a big one. Can't get no house, nigga. You know how hard it is to get a house? Hey, you can't get no house. Here's a house for you. Oh. What the fuck? This is a house. Shit. Something. Yeah, you looking out for me, big homie. I'm gonna do right by you. That's how I'm looking at it. Hey, I was trying to just see if you got your old shit right. And this shit is, hey. I rock with you, bro. I rock with you. I gotta be righteous by you. All that second guessing and shit like that, no more. You know how people keep saying, yo, what about you ain't really like that, and they prove to you like that, you gotta respect them now. Like, I gotta respect that shit, man. I gotta respect that shit, because everybody don't see what I see. Everybody got that blessing I got either. Everybody got that connection I got either. And I ain't here to throw it in anybody's face, but I gotta use it for the right things. I use it for the right things. People will see your gold mine and be a gold digger, man. I'm telling you. Watch the land and build the, you already know. You can build your house, your castle. I'm telling you, man, you can do whatever you want, but you gotta have the right mindset. That's what I'm working on right now, the right mindset. Because my mind is still fucked up. Don't get me wrong, I ain't saying I'm perfect. My mind's still fucked up. I still got bad things about myself I'm trying to change that I with. But the one thing about me is a little different, man. I'm trying to change that shit. I ain't cool with it. I ain't like, oh man, I'm working on it. I'm trying every day, taking this step out of time. Like, all that shit. You working on it or you not? Which one we doing? Which one we doing, man? We understand what you're saying, but you ain't gotta talk so much. You can just do it. I ain't going on that talking shit. You either gonna do it or you not, man. You talking about, oh, what am I doing? Working on one damn time. So I mean, fuck all that. Fuck all that shit, man. You gonna do it or you not, man. But look, man, I ain't got time to play with y'all, man. I'm serious, chilling. We human, big dog. I mean, we human. Hell yeah, we human. But some people, sometimes we got a bad display on what a human is. That when a person say we're human, not us, but we the real ones. I'm talking about people outside the world that use that shit. It's like, yo, I'm real. And you get mad because it's like, yo, they're trying to say you one of us. So it's like people saying, yo, I'm human. I'm like, oh, nah, you ain't human because there ain't no human shit. Like, that's some pedophile shit. Imagine a pedophile using that. Yo, we all human. Nah, nigga, don't try to say you like one of us. That ain't human. Nah, I understand you human. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you human. But that ain't humane. Nigga, humane. Like, nigga, like, yeah, that shit ain't humane. That shit is not humane. Nigga, that's not human. Human is, you know what I mean? That shit is not humane, yo. That shit is wicked. That shit is wicked. That ain't human. He got a human body, but got a devil soul. That shit ain't humane, bro. But Joe, bro, peace and blessings. Just do it. It's on the block. T-Herb. It's on the block. Oh, it's on the black. You know, I don't know if it's black or black. T-Herb. It's on the black T-Herb. Yeah, it's on the black T-Herb. Yeah, just do it. Now see. You see how my brain had to put pieces together and shit? I'm gonna see what it's work. Oh. What store we going to right there in the corner? Mm-hmm. Man, you better go to the corner store. I got pesos. Let me see. Let me see how daddy got it. See how big and get it. I ain't got a lot.
So to get to that store.
Yo, this is too much. 400 pesos at the corner store? Nigga, you about to buy the, nigga, that's too much. What you buying it for 400 pesos? And it's only what? $1. No, this is 7, 8, 9. This is like $9. Our dollar went down, so this shit probably like 8. Yeah, it is. But peace and blessings, man. I'm about to get out of here, man. You already know my slogan, stay out the way, see me in the way. Yeah, I get it now. Just do it, bro. Just do it, man. Just do it, man. There ain't no thing to it but to do it. But you can't do it and smoke a bottle.
Tell Treetop to get that passport.
Yeah, Treetop, you bullshit. Man, they ain't trying to come out.
Put that passport, Treetop.
You better hurry up, nigga. We be in Costa Rica by next month. Better chill.
We be back though. We be back.
No. Yeah, we be back because we only going there for a little bit.
We're gonna keep on.
And that's like some shit. I'm gonna tell you, I'm a real dude, man. Love you too, bro. I'm gonna tell you how real I am, bro. When I talk about that Patreon shit, I'm serious. That whole trip is only gonna be on the Patreon. I'm gonna let you know that I came back. I'm gonna show you like a little, like, that whole trip is gonna be Patreon.
That's a nice one.
So only way you're gonna see that trip if you was on a Patreon subscribe. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna show you regular shit, but when we go out to the spots, when you wanna see something out there, we might, wifey, she get loose like a deuce. If you wanna see, I'm being real, I'm a real nigga. When wifey be in there, she get loose. She's not spiritual no more, you know what I mean? She's blaze. So if y'all wanna see the blaze, you gotta put in them waves. You gotta put a wave. You know what I'm saying? That's the Patreon. You see what I'm saying? You lucky. I'm talking about. I'm telling you, Backpage, baby, OnlyFans. So see, that's what I'm saying. She said, "Oh, it's like Backpage." Like, oh, wow, then they got Backpage. OnlyFans, let's do it for $2,009. You see what I'm saying? Juvenile style. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, we about to do OnlyFans too. Wait till I get my weight back. Wait till I get my weight back. I'm gonna be the only fan, and I swear to God, we're gonna be the only for the fans. I'm about to start only fan. Wait till I get my weight back. I can't do it right now. I'm feeling like a forest fire. Two sticks from together. I can't do it right now. I like a damn overwhelmed hot dog in my life. I can't do it right now. I'm like a skeleton. You ever seen skeletons in science class with skin on them, with clothes on them? That's how I feel. Like a little science skeleton with clothes on. I'm done.
You mean when I first met you?
Yeah, I'm finished the dolphin thing.
When I first met you, that was
No, I felt like an extra medium was an extra large.
You was slow when I first met you.
What was that?
Small.
Damn, babe, it's Italian and French and Russian. I'm about to say you got TLC on one side, and you got the regular projects on the other. Like, how you got TLC, T-Bars, and then you got the projects? Like, who you tricking? Like, you trying to trick a nigga and y'all turn around. What the fuck? Look at her, what the fuck? She got TLC one side and the projects on the other.
I mean, what you doing?
They don't mean, just do it. You mean, ain't nothing wrong with telling them to do it.
Damn, you messed up my stuff.
Ain't nobody come in and see you, Otis.
You better hit them push-ups, family.
You know, push-ups, like, I need to do more than push-ups. I need to eat some tacos.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I was stressing a lot. I mean, my shit's still there, but I was stressing a lot. Hey, if you don't stop me see that damn hair, come on. I don't know what you trying to do. How you got a tail with a cut? I don't understand. Those is bob things you're doing. Those is bobs. But you got a ponytail with a bob. How you got a bob ponytail? I don't get it. Don't it supposed to be all regular one?
I'm just gonna put it back.
Yeah, just point it back. Yo, love y'all, man. Stand the way, slide the way. The poem comedian. I tried, bro. You know what I mean? Love y'all, man.